Hi everybody, this is Vaughn with Sweet Rocks Crystal Healing today, and this is episode 3 of my drive-in talk. Today was a day for self-care for me. I haven't actually taken time in a while because I've just been so busy to actually just be in the moment and love on myself. And so my message today is just about what I do in my experience and how I choose to love myself as I step into my powers of a sovereign being. So I call them rituals now because that's what they are. And just to clarify what ritual actually means, is just a practice, a prayer, a meditation. And when we think of the word ritual, a lot of times it has this negative connotation that it's occult practicing and, witchcraft and sorcery, which it can be if the intention is based out of malice rather than love. So for me, when I do mine, it's about loving myself, loving my higher self, knowing that I am a divine soul and a powerful being. I am like a God, like I have the kingdom of heaven in me. So my focus when I do these rituals, if you will, is based out of the complete opposite. So I'm inverting what we've been told is bad and evil. And so I'll kind of walk you through my process because it is a very sacred and special thing for me. And I try to do it about every month so that I can detox my body and cleanse and purify things so I can continue to grow and continue to get into the motion of just loving me and being that embodiment of love that I want to project into the world as a beacon of hope. And so I'll walk you through the process. So when I get my bath ready, I get all my bath salts, I get all of my water stuff done, I get my crystals next to there. Today I decided to add a candle to kind of help purify it because I've been learning a bunch about candles and how they can kind of help cleanse and purify that space to allow these energies to flow. And then I get my healing frequency music going on. So for my playlist that I have, it goes through all of the frequencies and I kind of get it on there. So when I do my baths, I set all my crystals. Today my body was telling me that I needed aurorite crystal, I needed quartz crystal, I needed labradorite, malachite. So I used my velvet malachite this time instead of my regular one, which was interesting. I picked that one instead. I wonder if there's more potency in this one. And then my smoky quartz. Let's see, what else? Oh, my amethyst. And anyway, so I have all of those lined up on the edge of my bath there. And then this time I lit a candle, and set my intention, kind of like when it's like, okay, so allow this bath to purify, cleanse, and detox my body so that my body may heal itself and overcome the obstacles that are going to be presenting itself along in my journey. Because we live in this world of duality, it's important that we are clear about the intentions of what we're setting as we're doing these practices, because the universe will present everything on an unbiased nature, and so if you aren't clear, it might give you something that you aren't exactly hoping for. So having a clear thing on there. So because I'm such a proud father of my girls, everything that I do is so that I am embodying that love that I have for them. That, I think, is the real raw power that I like to put into everything I have, is that loving father's energy. Like, I genuinely believe that there is a lot of power when you fully embody what comes in your heart. And so anyway, so I set the intentions, I get my bath salts in there, and this one I found had potassium, zinc, and magnesium blend, which was amazing, by the way. This is the best detox. They're very powerful. And then I put my bath water in pretty much as hot as I can take without it being, painful. Which I typically don't like to do hot tubs if they're too hot, so I'm always deterred. But this one I decided I needed to really cleanse because I haven't been able to do a full detox like this in a couple months because I've just been on the go, nonstop busy between juggling my kids, my job, my business, all of that thing. And so I decided to make it a long drawn out practice because it needed to happen. I also detox my hair, and so that's why my hair's up, is because it was wet before, so I didn't want it all over my clothes because it's like carrying a sponge sometimes. And so I set my baths, I got the water going, I got it filled, I did my ritual and preparation for what I'm about to go. And when I get into the bath, I get into this meditative state. So I do my left hand over my chest and my right hand over my belly, and I just start doing the breathing mechanics of it, and I start focusing in on the astral realm as I get tapped into that. And as I'm doing this meditation, I kind of just check out. Like, I'm not really there anymore. I get into the mandalas that are behind my eyelids, and I just get so sucked into it, and then I put myself into my astral world that I've created with my gardens and my waterfalls and all the cool things, wildlife, my dragons also in there, my minotaur, my bears, all my bear families there, which is really cute. I love playing with the little cubs. But today in my meditation, my homestead came into that. The ideas that I want to have in this homestead and healing center for the masses, to bring families, bring communities together, was all there. And I started walking through all of the things, the feelings, the taste, the smells, the what I'm seeing, the sound of things, the flowing water, whatever it may be. Like, all of that was just this immersive experience, and I just kind of really embodied it. I imagine having this divine bright soul that's so colorful and just fractal, prismatic, rainbow coloring. Like, I just imagined the energy that's there, that's attached to this partner, that's going to be helping me build this. I don't know who, I don't know where, I don't know how it's going to happen, but there is somebody that's out there that's going to be brought into my life, and it'll be like, we're going to go for it together. We're going to start this building process together. I do know that. And so I just envisioned that that's what's going to happen. This person that can be like an awesome second mom for my girls. And so anyway, I just kind of got really into the knit and grit of it. I decided that maybe in my homestead, I want to do a giant glass atrium outside with a butterfly refuge. I think that would be so amazing. And again, it's about community effort, so I'm not just going to be the only one to enjoy this. This is going to be so that everyone can come and enjoy it. Like, this is what I want to do. I imagine on my grassy areas in my orchard and the gardens of all the animals that I'm going to have, the goats, the chickens, my dogs, the cats, whatever, like all of these animals. Like, I just was envisioning all of it, and I was envisioning this divine soul that's going to come into my life, like a goddess that's there, like, it's just the most beautiful thing. And I'm just thinking about the feelings that I have on the inside, knowing that I have finally achieved this goal, this amazing homestead that is very therapeutic and healing to anyone that comes to visit. There's so many things. Like, I want to create this crystal pool, so that when you go out to the pool to kind of lounge and hang out, it's lined with crystals. I have a download for crystal paint, so I can start painting walls on things with crystals, so that like amplifies and energies. I've got a download for creating a biodiversity area, and just so many things. I just started really getting into the grit of feeling it, what it's like to be there. So while I'm in this bath, I am in this place of cleansing and healing, and I'm embodying all of it. And I didn't realize until I was done, but the bath water gets gross when you're doing a detox. I'll tell you that right now. Like, it's gross to think about, and I will talk about it, because if you're going to do it, this is what you're going to expect to see. But I was able to just kind of sit there and just let it all go, and it was a lot of emotion went into it, a lot of love. And so my focus about it was just, being able to embody how I'm going to get there, the work I got to do, how I'm going to track this. Like, it just kind of all started coming together in this practice that I did. Now, after the bath that I did, it was probably a good 35-40 minute, meditation. Well, actually, no, it's probably less. I don't really know. I don't keep track of time, but anyway. So after I was done, I'm just sitting there enjoying it, and when I get into the bath, I get the water up to the level of my face, to my nose is just above the water, so I can breathe. And then in that, I just absorb the sound frequencies that's happening. So I've got all my crystals lined up along the bath, and I've got the sound frequencies that are just blasting through me, and it's resonating through the entire bath, and just absorbing all of it. And I think that's what really amplified the vision that I went to when I jumped off into my astral world. And so it was just the most amazing experience. And so after I'm done, I have to clean my hair. I actually got to exfoliate, detox, and do all the things with it. And as I do this is when I'm setting my affirmations. So every week when I actually do a deep scrub on my hair, I'm setting intentions. And they're really simple, they're really profound and powerful, and really resonate well with me. So some of the ones that I like to say is, I am worthy. Like, I am powerful. I am limitless. What's another one? Oh, I am abundantly living as a sovereign being. I am living on my farm. I am living in harmony and unison with all things around me. I am balanced. All of these affirmations kind of go through it. And as I'm scrubbing each lock, like I literally have to scrub it and exfoliate each lock, I'm going down. Each lock is tied to a spot on my brain, which is why it becomes so powerful, is because I'm adding all of these intentions into my hair when I'm dealing with this. Now, a little side note, I believe that hair is very spiritual experience to have. I believe that the hair is connected to our chalice, which is our brain, where this encases around our pineal, which allows us to connect to the divine source. So my hair I value and prize as that antenna to connect to things that are divine. And so I take it as a sacred practice to do this every single time. Now this today, because it had been so long, I took my time, because I was home alone. It was just me today, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to do it because I don't get to treat myself to something nice. And I just went through and did it. After my bath, though, I felt so amazing, but my ritual doesn't just stop there. After my bath, I get myself dried off, cleaned up, whatever, clothes on. I'll go back out to my crystal shrine that I have, and then I use Palo Santo wood and frankincense and myrrh, and I make this incense to kind of help cleanse and smudge and purify my space. And I think that the aroma of having all of those in there after this spiritual experience really kind of solidifies and enhances the impact and power that it's going to have in me as I continue on in my journey. So with this second new moon thing that's in Virgo for new beginnings, and the harvest moon, like, that's kind of my intention behind it, is that I'm going to utilize this new beginning energy with all of it so that I can bring this world to me. It's big. My dream is huge. It's massive. And so that's kind of what I'm starting to embody in my practices, is that I'm learning how to fuse my crystals into all of my everyday routine. And so today, I did my crystal stuff today, and it was the most amazing and enlightening experience I've ever had, being like that. And so I just kind of, that's how I end my ritual, is in gratitude and thanks. Oh, and before I turn off the shower, the water, because I believe water is conscious, I give thanks to the shower of water, saying thank you for cleaning and cleansing my body. Thank you for detoxing. Thank you for allowing my body to be the exact vehicle that I need to do my work on this earth. I thank the water. And I bless it beforehand, obviously, but I thank the water when I'm done. And after I've done my affirmations, I thank the affirmation. Thank you for allowing me to see that I am worthy. Thank you for allowing me to see that I am powerful. Thank you for allowing me to see that I am limitless. All of these things, I give thanks to the affirmation. And all of that combined, I really feel like enhances everything about this practice. And again, it's backed with love. It's backed with a selfless intention. It's backed with genuine authenticity. And that's kind of the focus of these practices that I'm beginning to do now. Don't ask me how it started. I just get these impressions in my head. I need to give it a try. But this is me kind of reporting back of these practices that I'm just like, okay, I'll give it a try and see what happens. And so profound today, and it was amazing. So today I feel like $1,000,000. I feel like a whole new person. I feel like I emerged from the ashes once again. I feel like I'm renewed. It's so amazing, the clarity that I've been having today as a result of my experiences. So anyway, but I also have a little side note. I delivered that silver hypersling bracelet that I posted up on Step Into Your Power. I went and delivered it to that lady, and I kind of explained to her the powers that are in that bracelet. So what's in that bracelet is hypersthene, and hypersthene is a mineral, a silica mineral that actually will help draw out your inner shadows and those things in your past traumas. It is very powerful at doing that. And in this bracelet, I added the bronzite, and bronzite has really, really unique grounding properties that can kind of help balance and channel those energies as it's doing its work on you. And also in that bracelet, the little green beads that were there, that is green aventurine, which has so many cool healing and beneficial properties, and it is tied to the heart chakra. So as we work through our shadows and our traumas and our past, it's important that we look in our heart and we acknowledge that made us to becoming who we are. Like, we need to forgive ourselves through that process, and we need to love that made us become the way that we see this world. And I see this world as an amazing, beautiful thing, and I couldn't possibly see this world this way without knowing my darkness that I had gone through that led me to this point right now. So the code synchronicities today have been off the charts. I've been seeing triple sequence of things all day. As a matter of fact, right here in front of me, I've got a 333 going on this license plate. Like right here on my phone, it's 311. So it's like, holy cow, this is crazy. So it's amazing what happens when we align ourselves with the divine. We align ourselves with what makes us happy. We align ourselves with love and gratitude, and it's just amazing the things that are coming to me, even though outside looking in looks like I'm not going anywhere. It looks like I'm not doing anything, but to me, this is profound. This is like how we do it without having to suffer in pain. Last night I was watching the video with Robert Edward Grant, and just took all my notes and the things that I saw. And when I realized the formula for the sequence of 1111, that to me was eye-opening. Everything to the power of everything, and nothing to the power of nothing. So 0 to the power of 0, actually mathematics, equals 1, which means that 1 is infinite. And as we're going through in our spiritual journeys and ascension, we are basically God, the great divine God, experiencing itself with itself. Like, that's really what it is. And as we go through our phases and levels of enlightenment, which is infinite, I believe that we will eventually just merge ourselves back in with the divine creator. Like, we'll become that again through all of our experiences in our lives and our things that we do. It's just amazing. And so that sequence 111 now makes so much sense why I see it all the time, because this is the divine showing that you're on that path. You're literally oscillating your life the way that it needs to be done right now. And you might see 1111 when you're going through a trial. You might see 1111 when you're having to stand your ground with something. You might see 1111 when you're having to face adversity. I see 1111 a lot because I'm doing good work. So there's all sorts of things that say, okay, this is that code that you're on the right path. So if you're going through a hard time, you're going through a struggle, you're going through something that is making you it's taking you out of character, and you see that 1111, this is meant to be here for you so that you can grow from the experience. Now, as soon as we can shift our perspectives, all of it changes. And I loved Edward Grant when he said, suffering is only suffering until you understand why you're suffering. Once you understand why the suffering's there, that's when the switch happens. That's when your perspective changes. The suffering that you have had to go through, like, it's meant to teach you to grow in ways that you cannot perceive. And I'm telling you right now, with my experiences, I did not see myself being right here, right now. Like, I've come from a time where I actually tried to end my life. I put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger and nothing happened. And let me tell you, I was really angry when that happened. And it took me a lot of work to realize that I had something greater and grander to do in my life. There was some divine intervention that happened in that day. And ever since, I've been focused on learning and growing and trying to figure this all out. But until now, I was trying to do it alone. And let me tell you, when I can share this with other people and they can relate and they can, get ideas to kind of help them along in their journey, I think collectively that healing is helping me heal too. So this is why I'm putting myself out there and being so vulnerable and sharing my raw emotions, is because I believe in what I'm doing. And I think that collectively, when we can share the emotion that is attached to our intentions, I think that it amplifies it for the earth as a whole. These are my beliefs. I'm practicing it, but I love seeing what's revealed as I continue to practice. So anyway, I'm going to bring this episode to a close, but I wanted to share my insights here on my sacred bath that I like to do regularly for myself. Because it's so important that we learn to love and care on our body, the vehicle that allows our soul to be here in this existence. So I'm learning to care for it. And because I'm caring for it, I'm amazed at the changes my body is undergoing. My clarity, complexion, my skin is smooth and soft. It's not dry. My joints don't ache all the time. My hands actually feel good after a day of crafting with the weaving. My back and posture is another one. That's a different story. As a jeweler, you'll understand what I mean, but if you're not a jeweler, just know that we slouch a lot. And with my hair, it does get kind of heavy. So, my hair is a constant reminder. Hey, check your posture. It's like, oh yeah, I need to roll my shoulders back and perk my chest up and engage the core. Like constantly having to remind myself not to stoop, which is great for the flow of the body. And as I've been learning more about the lymph node drainage that I've been kind of practicing in my morning and evenings, it's important to allow that energy to flow. So anyway, I just wanted to share my message today, that it's what we do now in our life is going to resonate for our posterity and other generations of beings. We're in a time where we get to build the world that we want to live, so let's embrace it, whatever that may be. If you want to open a donut shop, go do it. If you want to open a clothing line, go do it. If you want to do artwork or paintings or do pottery, whatever it is, go do it. Because I'm telling you right now, I am somebody that if I need something in my home, my first choice is going to be an artisan crafted thing, because I understand the power of supporting a small business. I understand the power of supporting a family that's just trying to pay their bills. So when I go and look for things, I actively and consciously look to support a business, an artisan of some sort, to help boost this. Because together, when we can work together, all of us can become sovereign beings. All of us can become powerful. So have a wonderful day, guys. I love you all, and I thank you for listening to my videos. If you haven't already done it, hit that notification, like, and subscribe. Please just do what you need to spread this word, because we are all doing these good works. And without you guys, it's not possible for me. So I rely on our collective efforts to make this happen. So get after it. Hit that subscribe there. Hit that learn. Let's get the word out. Let's spread the good word the way that Yeshua wanted when he came here and walked this earth. There aren't a lot of people that resonate all through history for thousands of years. And the fact that the profound impact that he left this world for thousands of years after is a testament to me that we together as a community can raise and elevate this earth together. And with the help of Gaia, your great divine, and your soul families, it's possible. I truly believe it's possible. So enjoy this, hit that subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.